Now what we have for the first time in American history, the top 1% has more wealth than the middle 60%. It's never happened before. We find, kind of combining these thoughts, and we get this from Angus Deaton, we find for the first time starting in 2000 when this explosion took place in hyperglobalization, we find that American children can no longer expect to live longer than and be richer than their parents. That was what we all thought. We're going to be better off than our parents and we're going to live longer. That is no longer true. I could go through one data point after another. If you look, when I was in high school, the top 1% had about 30 times as much wealth as the person in the middle. Now it's 72 times as much wealth. So
this seems like a recipe for social instability and ultimately for revolution. That's what happens in other countries.
There's absolutely no question. We have this sense that we're immune. I don't agree with that. And these crises that I've talked about, this transfer of wealth, the technology, the slow economic growth, but mostly the effect on our working people, that is why Ronald Reagan was elected. Very beginning of this, and we can talk history of that, and it absolutely is why Donald Trump was elected president. Reagan had these so-called Reagan Democrats that we all remember. That was the beginning of those people, because that was when we sort of reached the peak. By the time we got to the 2000s, these people were a movement, this populist movement, and they are the reason that Donald Trump is where he is. And to his credit, Donald Trump talked about this and worried about this issue since he was 35 years old. This is in my opinion, the essence of Donald Trump. Donald Trump's essence is he says we're getting ripped off. Our workers are getting screwed. It's not because they're lazy or stupid. It's because we have a bad system that is hurting them, and it's destabilizing the country. And all of these are data points that kind of make that point. And once you realize that, you realize you have to do something, right?